The whole idea of the Root Challenge is really to introduce students at every level to Latin and Greek roots, which interestingly enough comprise 60% of our English language.
And so my thought was, let's make a program where the kids truly will find the magic of building words, that they'll want to pick up that book now because they're not afraid that they wouldn't know what the words inside of it meant. They know that now they've been given a key or a tool to figuring out what this word means.
You know, to say something like the term Greek and Latin roots, it sounds so big and complicated, but when first graders are understanding it and they're at the age of 6 or 7, that says a lot about the program, that it can really get down to their level, so it doesn't seem too complicated for them.
I don't think teachers need to have a background in Latin or Greek or teaching any language to teach this program.
I don't really have much of a background in the Latin and Greek roots, but I find that it's easy to use and the kids really pick up on it very quickly.
I wanted to give our students, especially urban students, the inner city students, the ability to not just lower level think and memorize words. I wanted them to be able to do higher order thinking, build their cognitive so that they could see a word and figure it out.
Well, I'm seeing it as I work with the students. I really feel very strongly that kids need to be empowered because then they know it's what they have done, not what somebody tells them that they have done. And this program does that.
And as children go from concrete to abstract, they're going to take that concrete, I know what that root is, I know what it means, and then be able to take it into more of an abstract level. When you're looking at a word, trying to find its meaning, you'll be able to put it together logically.
The way that the Root Challenge works, and I tell the students this, it's a game. And it's a brainstorming exercise where we introduce every week 3 different Latin or Greek roots to the students. And we explain what their meanings are, what words they come from, and we give visual elements and descriptions of that, so it all reinforces the root meaning. And the kids love it. It's fun, it's engaging, but all the time we're reinforcing what the root meanings are.
They love the competitiveness, which even though I think they build that in themselves, they love the feeling of being able to say, I came up with that word, I placed it on the board, I knew this. It's an ownership that they never really knew before with a lot of their vocabulary words, so they find it, I think, more meaningful that way.
So it's become less of a class and more of a game, team-building activity, as well as a learning experience for the students.
I wish that I had had this for my older girls because I think it's phenomenal to get ready for the SATs. One of my daughters who has taken 4 years of Latin, she said, Mom, bring that book home. That's awesome.
The Latin and Greek program in a short period of time has become part of our culture.
Absolutely. The impact of this program is across the curriculum. It impacts science in particular, religion, the math. It supports our curriculum in a wonderful way.
I think that the program materials for the Latin and Greek roots, especially the board, is very helpful for the students.
Absolutely, I think teachers need to have it, principals need to have it in their schools. It's a wonderful vocabulary building program. It's a must.
I think it's about time that a program like this has been developed, has been organized in a fashion that it can appeal to kindergarten teachers through middle school. I think schools are doing a disservice to their students if they don't look at this either as part of an ELA program, foreign language program, or just a school enrichment program.
It's been incredibly rewarding to see how the program has been received. I think people intuitively recognize that there's an importance behind returning to the classics, returning to Latin and Greek as subjects that students are exposed to.
Our hope is to someday make a difference with every child by giving them a tool that will last them a lifetime.
As our students say, Latin and Greek roots, Petrum, rocks.